Just one more, y'all okay? Everybody all right? He says, stand firm, gird your loins with truth. And then he says, now you need a breastplate. And the breastplate is called what? Righteousness. Jerry and I live in a fairly rural part of Dallas-Fort Worth. We like it that way because I got 3 boys. So I believe they need to go outside and play. Anybody still believe in outside? So we purposefully moved there, not for the house really. Our house is a really small little house. And it's just been cozy and great for us, but it's a small little house. But I moved there because the backyard, there's trees and bugs and mud and things boys need in their life. And anytime my boys come to me and say, Mom, I'm bored, I say, oh, no, you're not. You see that tree right there? Go play with it. So one of the things we love is our neighbor across the street. She's one of my closest friends. She has a pond. So she would let us take the 2 fishing poles I bought on sale at the local super Walmart. I bought a tackle box as well. You know, we got extra bobber things and extra hooks in there because we catch little fish on the side of the pond. I also have gloves in the tackle box because y'all know I don't mind going fishing, but I ain't gonna touch no fish. So we get all that stuff and we walk across the street and we fish, normally just standing on the edge of the pond. We just catch little sun perch and stuff like that. But my neighbors bought a little metal, old, rusted rowboat off of Craigslist. So it sits there turned upside down on the bank of the shore, or the shore of the pond. And so every now and then I'm feeling adventurous. And I'll say, guys, let's not just fish from right here. Let's take the boat out into the middle a little bit. It's a huge pond, maybe 5 acres or so in the front of their property. So you can row a little boat out toward the middle and fish out from there. So sometimes I'm feeling adventurous and I want to do that. But every time I'm feeling that, I actually have to think twice. Because in order to get in this boat, that means I have to turn this sucker over. And I know that because the environment that has been created under this upside down boat was moist and cool and damp and shaded, that inevitably when I turn it over, something's going to hop out from underneath it. Something's going to waddle out from underneath it. Or worst of all, Lord help me, something's going to... So I always brace myself. I stand way back at the very edge while I let the boys get the sides so that we can turn the boat over and inevitably something comes out. It has always been interesting to me that never once have I had to write an invitation and send it into the brush nearby and say, critters, you are welcome to join us. We'll be here at 1 o'clock today. If any of you would like to come, please feel free to make yourself at home. Never had to do it. I've never had to stand on the shore and call out and say, hey, we're here, come on. Never once have I had to invite them. The environment created by the upside down boat was invitation enough. Righteousness is right side up living that invites the Son of God's favor and his blessing on our lives. Unrighteousness is upside down behavior that creates an environment that invites the enemy to come and make himself at home. To where you don't have to ask the enemy to come. You just choose not to live in alignment with the Word of God. And you have just created an environment that has invited him and encourages him to flourish in your life. Righteousness is not being perfect. It is just choosing as a lifestyle by the power of God's Spirit to live your life in alignment with the Word. Guarding yourself in truth means to affirm God's standard for your life. But being righteous means aligning your behavior to the truth that you say you affirm. There are so many of us, y'all, that are saying we love Jesus and we love his Word, and then we go out of these doors and live and have attitudes that are completely incongruent with the truth of God. And so we wonder why we're praying against the enemy. We're in our war rooms praying against the enemy. But then we walk out of our war rooms and live a raggedy lifestyle and wonder why the enemy is running rampant through our lives. So if you're finding the fingerprints of the enemy in your marriage or in your own heart and mind, if you're seeing jealousy and division and divisiveness in your organizations or in your school, if you're finding that you can see the enemy's handiwork around you, ask myself, is my burnt boat turned upside down in any way that I need to realign my behavior with the truth of God so that I can invite his favor upon my life? The armor of a Roman soldier weighed about 70 pounds. Can you imagine trying to do battle, trying to move nimbly and quickly with 70 pounds of extra weight on you? Most of that weight was in the breastplate. Most of it is right there. Mostly because it needed to be. The heart is the most vital organ of our bodies, pumping life and vitality. It didn't matter how smart the soldier was. It didn't matter how many muscles he had, how much experience he had. If he didn't have a breastplate on, one blow to the heart would wipe him out. That's why more than anything, the enemy is tempting you toward unrighteousness, because he wants